All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kung Fu Chronicles, Sifu Quasi, what is good? What's going on, everybody? Another Friday night. We're actually not too late tonight. A couple minutes. Getting better on this timing thing, folks. It's always an ordeal every week, but I'm getting it together. As promised, another live here in the building for you. Let me know how your week's been going. How have you been? Give some love for yourselves, everybody who's already in the chat already. See a couple comments I'll get to in a few seconds. Yeah, let's check in with you guys. How's the week been? How's everything for you? I will tell you, as far as I'm concerned, and yeah, I got my notes here, and I'm old school. I write stuff down. I really do. I type stuff out, but I also write stuff down. So I've got notes for tonight, things I want to talk about really quick. It's not going to be as long of a live as it was last week. I promise you that. We celebrated the 4th year anniversary last week. If you guys remember, that was a lot of fun. Those that were able to check in, I appreciate you guys. And because of that phenomenal night, just having the celebration for the 4 years, I ended up putting together kind of a smaller version of that on video, because as people know that were here last week, we went through some of the very first YouTube videos that I created for the channel 4 years ago when we went official on this platform. And by official, I mean when I finally started to take the platform seriously, when I finally decided, hey, I'm doing this, although part-time for me, I'm still treating this like it's a business, like it's something that I'm going to be consistent with. So yeah, got to share some of those videos. It was really cool, and made that its own video, which I kicked off this week. So sure, but to know, to kind of appreciate how far you've come, it's great as a look back. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with my How To For You series, I haven't done one of these in a while. I started my How To For You series off a couple years ago with an idea to do some tutorials. And I thought, okay, let's do some tutorials because I'm a martial artist, and people often ask if when I'm checking out my comments, emails, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you get better at this weapon, that weapon? So I did a few. Broadsword mainly. I did 3-sectional staff. My 3-sectional staff series was actually pretty popular. Still get a lot of views on that and comments. But I went ahead and put this under the same umbrella because this is basically not a how to start in YouTube, but a how to look back at your stuff and be a little more critical and then evolve, of course, from there. How do you progress? So that's what this video is all about. I will say that because, again, it was inspired last week. I got to talk to you guys about some of my first videos. This first one here from year one of doing the channel, right? Yeah, the very first video I produced wasn't a produced video. It wasn't very developed. I literally just sat in front of a computer, talked about what the channel was going to be about, and that was it. So that was me recapping that. So if you weren't here last week for that, that's what we did. Then I recapped one of my first real videos for the channel. This was the first one, all about weapons. Started that off, and I'll let you guys hear a little bit. So that I'd have a little bit of time to think about the things that really can add some substance to this channel, things that I think might be interesting to you if you're a martial arts fan or if you're just someone who's passive. But yeah, so this was all about weapons and the many great ones that there are, my background, and the weapons that I love the most. When I first started doing real editing, overlays, B-roll, all that stuff, and just went down the main Chinese weapons, broadsword, straight sword, Kwando a little bit, all that stuff. Then we talked about the state of Kung Fu, which was another video that I put out. My first real controversial video, so that was a lot of fun. So went back and rewatched that. So all that's in here in the video if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. I'll leave that link down below tonight as I finish things off, and I put a description on this video because that's what it's all about. You got to describe what you're doing and everything. Put it all down in the description section so people know where to find this stuff, right? All right. Yeah, yes. Props there. All right. So That being said, we'll get right to it because tonight I got a few things I want to talk to you guys about. Okay. First things first, though, my journey to black belt part, whatever it is, because my next test is coming up. We're counting down to the final days of exactly 8 days because it's a week from tomorrow. I'll be going for my second degree black belt in Krav Maga. And for those that know that I've been doing Krav Maga for turn this mic down a little bit, doing Krav Maga for about 6+ years. So I got my first degree 2 years ago, going for the second, and we'll see what happens after that. So don't even ask me in the comments if I'm going for third, because I don't even know. I want to get past second first. But been gearing up for that. Been doing a lot of testing, doing a whole lot of grappling. My joints hurt. All right, for places that I didn't even know could ache or aching. Did a whole night of grappling last night. So, props to people that do jujitsu full time, because guys, this stuff is literally, you feel like a pretzel or a freaking ragdoll after you're done. So yeah. And as much as I respect jujitsu, I don't ever think I would do it full time, because it's just enough where we do it in Krav, where I'm always feeling like every joint that should be going the wrong way has gone that way and bent a million different ways and then some. So talked about the new video. Go ahead, check that out. Definitely want to thank you all again for the support, bringing us to this 4-year anniversary 4 years ago. Pretty much today, because the anniversary would have been, I believe it was June 6th. So June 6th so yesterday, technically 4 years from yesterday. So that's why we did it last week. And yeah, if you guys, as usual, have any feedback for me, want to leave stuff in the comments, feel free to do that. Always appreciate you guys reaching out. Okay, be it an email or a DM and my IG and stuff like that. Got all of my socials down below for you guys too. But let's get right to it. We're going to talk some martial arts news, because we got a whole lot. Okay, martial arts news. This is what we're doing tonight. We're going to talk a little bit. It's not a ton of news, but first and foremost, we really got to talk about this whole Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight again. Now they've got a new date. It's actually happening. At first, people were talking about the fight's not going to happen. Firstly, the fight was postponed because we know Mike had a whole medical issue he was dealing with, right? So that went down. And then during the week, someone put out, or people were putting out, well, the fight's canceled. But now it's official. Netflix has put out a press release that the Tyson Jake Paul fight will be going on November 15th now, instead of in July when it was originally planned. A few months later, November 15th, it's going down, Arlington, Texas, AT&T Stadium, exactly where the Cowboys play. We'll finally be able to see this fight. So yes, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Your picks for the winner. And even with the health issues, I'm telling you right now, I'm still going for Iron Mike. I'm still going to give the check, the check in the corner for Mike. Respect to Jake Paul and what he's done so far. He's definitely put the spotlight on and shown that he's a legitimate fighter. Is he Mike Tyson legit? We'll have to see in November. But yeah, that's the big news. You tell me in the comments, though, do you think Tyson should even be fighting? I know a lot of people, their perception is, or their thoughts are, that Tyson shouldn't be fighting. He's too old. He's 57. And that's true. But when you see videos of this guy going at it, man, you remember what he actually used to do. I mean, this is the same guy. I don't care what you tell me. The same guy here. People want to talk stuff. This guy used to put in work. Put in a lot of work. And I know he's not this young anymore. Whatever. He used to be laying them out. I remember when I was a kid, we'd pay-per-view the Mike Tyson fights, and you'd be mad because you'd see all the undercards of what, it took an hour plus watching the undercards, and then you get to the Tyson fight, and the Tyson fight was all 2 minutes because the guy was literally knocked everybody out in the first couple minutes. Round one, hardly. Or be knocking people around like this, right? So respect to Tyson. This is going to be the same caliber, though, of fighter. Well, I should say, Mike Tyson is always going to have that same caliber, but he's older, 30 years older. So Will Jake Paul be able to withstand these punches? I don't know. Tyson connects, it's going to be something. Granted, this is more of a celebrity fight, celebrity boxing match, but you've seen Jake Paul fight. You know he takes this stuff seriously, so I'm not expecting him to hold back, and I know Tyson's not gonna. Yeah, should be a really good bout. But again, props to and respect, I should say, to Jake Paul. This is when he fought Anderson Silva, and this was a fight again. It's almost kind of similar similar themes here because Silva was way over the hill when he fought him. He was like late 40s when he fought Jake Paul. He was only 27, so 20-year difference in this fight. Props to Silva, who is a, as you know, former UFC guy, so he's used to using his legs as well. It's kind of the same setup as when McGregor fought Mayweather. You know, it's kind of hard if you're a UFC guy or an MMA guy that is used to using a lot more ligaments and you're restricted to just two, using your hands instead of your feet. But again, if you can kickbox, you should be able to at least do some decent boxing. And Silva hung out. He held his own. This thing went the distance, but Jake Paul at the end, you know, I think that youth shows, and he was able to, you know, move around the ring and have his way. I shouldn't say have his way with Silva. He really didn't have his way with Silva, but he was able to show that, you know, he was the better fighter that night. So it was what it was. But again, your thoughts, your comments. Let me know down below. Who do you think will take this thing? Because to me, I'm looking at Silva. Yeah, he's a young cat, but man, when you got to go up against this, I don't know, man. I just, yeah. Personally, again, I think I said it last week. I wouldn't want to go in the ring with either one of them, and I know that's old school Tyson right there, but I don't care. Again, watch watch any Instagram videos of Mike training lately, and you'll see the guy still moves like a freaking Cheshire cat. Like he's bobbing and weaving beyond bobs and weaves, man. He's 3 steps ahead of people trying to hit him. So, you know, the thing was when he was fighting, I always thought of him as a heavyweight who moved more like a welterweight or a midweight because he just was super fast. That old school coaching from Customato, man, that he got into the Olympics with. Props to, you know, all the training he did early on. And it's only because Mike got lazy and the Don King factor came into play that he got lazy in the training and started to lose. And I know people are like, Buster Douglas, I know. I get it. Those were the bad years. Those are the Don King influenced years. Anyway, don't want to spend too long on this, but yeah, your thoughts, your comments down there. The new date's been set, November 15th in Texas, Arlington at that, where the Cowboys play. You will see, if you get a ticket, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fighting, or if you pay for it, either way on Netflix. So interesting news there. And more martial arts news. Now, 2 things I want to address tonight. Tonight's really going to be about, I shouldn't say fake martial arts, but I don't even know if I would call these necessarily martial arts, but arts that I consider like a kind of WTF moments when I've, you know, these things keep coming up on my feed, and I've got to talk about this because, first of all, I don't know if people know it, but pillow fighting is a thing. Yes, it is actually a thing. There is a championship league for pillow fighting, and I was not aware of this.
Lots of athleticism. 360 to open it up. Fighting 17 years old. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're going to do.
Nobody told me that pillow fighting was a thing, but apparently it is. I'm calling flag on the play because I just, what? It's like, what is this? I mean, I'm not applauding that. In fact, I take that back. I take that. But get that sound effect out of there. We're not applauding this.
You want to see a real-life video game player?
And not only is it a thing, but you can actually watch this on some channels on ESPN. ESPN has a one of their networks shows the PFC fights, pillow fighting championships. Okay, I had to get well versed on this. I had to actually do some research into this because I truly didn't know this was a thing. But all of a sudden, within the last, I want to say, month or so, I've been seeing these videos pop up in my feed, in like my Instagram feed, because I've got a lot of martial arts interest, a lot of martial arts pages that I follow and stuff. So you know the algorithm, how it works. You start watching a lot of similar content, and you'll get stuff more of the same in your feed. When I started to get the pillow fight stuff, I'm like, what is this? I thought it was a mistake, but technically it's martial based. The whole idea is you're striking with the pillow, obviously, to gain points. Knockdowns get you certain points. Certain hits get you points. Yeah, the caveat is you can't actually use your hand. So you can't touch the opponent with your hand. You can't push them, can't kick them, but you can flip around and spin around or whatever. But as long as you're striking with the pillow, you're good. It is a thing. There's rules to this game, though, okay? So couple rules in pillow fighting, the PFC official rules. So you got to talk about this, okay? First of all, yes, the do's and the don'ts. You can swing the do's, okay? You can swing the pillow at full force. Dodge, you can dodge, avoid strikes to the head. You can incorporate showmanship into the fight, so you can flip and do everything you want to do. Acrobats, it's allowed as long as you're not actually physically harming someone when you're doing those things. The only thing you're allowed to use as a striking weapon is the pillow. You can perform special moves as defined. That's just what I said, basically. Only strike with the pillow. So again, what I said, you could hold all straps with one hand. But now here's the don'ts. You can't hit the opponent with any part of your body. So no punches, kicks, anything like that. Just pillow hits. Can't drop your pillow. You can't grab the opponent or their pillow. And then no pushing or charging the opponent. No two-handed overhead strikes. So you can't come down two hands and hit somebody. So just one. Scoring. Matches are scored on a point-based system. Strikes must be swung at full force to count for points. If you just do the little patty cake hits, you're not going to get any points. Okay, that makes sense to me. Again, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. There's people out here watching this, so apparently, yeah, again, this has become a thing. Each match will be scored by 3 judges. Strike to the head is apparently 1 point. 360 strike to the head, 3 points. If you do a full turn and hit someone in the head, that's 3 points. Knockdown is 5 points. Leg strike unbalanced, 1 point. So if I hit you in the legs and you kind of stumble, I get a point for that. The fighter breaks the pillows, not the handles, you get 3 points. So if I break your pillow with my pillow, I'm getting 3 points. This is all interesting to me. So anyone that's versed in this should just bear with me for a second as I read some of this, because I truly can't believe this is a thing. A floored knockdown fighter has 10 seconds to get up before losing the match by knockout. So if you get clocked and you're down, it's 10 seconds, just like boxing. Fighter may not push or charge into their opponent. We already said that. Cannot grab or hold your opponent or their pillow. Can't hold the pillow stationary over your head. At all times, you must keep 4 inches between yourself during a round. No crowding. Okay, so I can't get super close. Fighters are not allowed to fully extend their non-pillow holding arm in front of them, so I can't use my other hand to keep you away. Dude, there's a whole thing about this, all right? So I'm going to get deep on this. Now, again, I did some research on this. Seems that the PFC, the Pillow Fighting Championship, was founded by a guy named Stephen Williams in 2021. It offers a unique style of combat sport that combines elements of boxing and mixed martial arts through specialized pillows. Yeah, the pillows are 2 pounds, by the way. Found that out. The specialized pillows obviously are made, by the company. There's not just the pillows that you buy in the store. They, fill them with extra material that makes them a little bit heftier, I would imagine. Wonder if the My Pillow guy got into the act. That'd be a great sponsor for that, even though I think that guy's a piece of shit. But it's great marketing. I'm sure he's like knocking himself in his own head with a pillow right now if he didn't get in on that action sponsor-wise. Where was I here? So now the pillows are equipped with durable handles and ripstop nylon, enabling swift and forceful movements that generate a specific sound on impact. So it is about the showmanship, and people are watching this. So obviously people are entertained, and there's a monetary value to this, or else they wouldn't have it on ESPN or even a sub version of ESPN. I saw it like ESPN 8 or whatever. So I don't even know when these things are on, probably 3 a.m, but people are watching and I'm seeing YouTube videos on it. And yeah, once again, it's a thing. So ask me how. I do not know. The bouts are 90 seconds. Now, the concept originated during COVID-19, shocker there, when there was demand for socially distanced sports and entertainment. The skilled martial artists and boxers were drawn to the idea of employing pillows as weapons in a sporting contest. Now, for that, I got to say which martial artists and boxers were drawn to this. Those with names, please stand up. Please put your hands up. I gotta hear from you guys. Like, who's actually done a pillow fight that was a professional martial artist and something else? And again, I told you guys it's broadcast on ESPN. The first bout took place in January 29th, 2022. So 2 years ago in Florida, featuring 16 men and 8 women. So there you have it. Pillow jitsu. No, I was about to say pillow jitsu. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself because I got something else to talk about. But pillow fights, PFC. So hey, listen, something as just a benign or whatever as pillow fighting into a sport that people are interested in and will pay money to see, then you have truly accomplished something. Because never would I ever think that as a purist, more like a boxing, kickboxing, martial arts fan, that I'd ever see pillow fighting be a an actual event that people watch. But there are those that do. Another one, while I'm on this topic, because again, and don't you worry, a video's coming about these because I have to do it because it's just too funny. Yep, there's their logo, PFC fights. But another thing I've got to add, because we are in martial arts news, talk about it. And if you've got any feedback from me and anybody knows more in-depth, has more in-depth knowledge, as to say, on pillow fighting, feel free. It's just funny to even say that, pillow fighting. Stuff you did with your brothers and little brothers when you were like, or sisters when you were kids. Yeah, pillow fighting as a freaking contest. It's a real thing. Now apparently you can block. So it's like there's like shit talking in it. I love it. I love it. There's trash talking. Pillow fight trash talking. Yo, you can get me, son. Oh, the cats are dancing. Ah, you missed. Missed with that pillow, son. Ah. You couldn't hit me with a 7-pound pillow, much less the 2-pound pillow you got. Couldn't hit me with the 1-pound pillow. Shout out to people that make the pillows. Unbelievable. I guess I should make fun of it. Guy's like, nah, you didn't have nothing on that spin, son. That pillow fight, nothing, son. Ah, you missed me. It's like the old Eddie Murphy joke with the aunt with the shoe. They used to throw the shoe. He used to hit people with the back of the head with the shoe. And then one time, like, he was talking about the kid, like, and the aunt threw the shoe at the kid, and he ducked and said, "You missed me, bitch." I feel like it's the same thing. Ah, you missed me. Oh, whoops. Thought you had me with that pillow. Thought you had me with that 360. Yeah. F up out of here. Oh, thought you had me with that. I had you with this one. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, pillow fighting. It's a thing. Okay. All right, so there you have it. Now, if you don't know, literally, like the words of the late great B.I.G., if you don't know, now you know. All right, one more for you guys. Because not to be outdone, there is such a thing as Car Jitsu. Car Jitsu. Car Jitsu is apparently a thing. Jiu-jitsu in the car. In the car, trying to submit someone in a car. It can be 2 people, 3 people, I think even 4 with his tag teaming. This is a whole deal. This apparently originated out in Russia. I was intrigued when I saw this. Because again, something that actually came up on my feed, Instagram feed as well. And I'm like, okay, this isn't a thing. Now, one thing I will say about Car Jitsu, it's so funny to say that. At least people that are doing this are using, it seems to me, they're using actual jujitsu skills. So if you're a jujitsu or a jits person, then you've got to have some skill because you can use the seatbelt to actually submit your opponent, it seems. Yeah, and a whole bunch of stuff in the car you can use to submit your opponent. As a matter of fact, again, not to be outdone here by pillow fighting, Car Jitsu, some rules. Now the rules, okay, as there should be. The goal, of course, is to submit your opponent by choking them or forcing them to tap out by extending a limb. A submission wins the round. Okay, points may be awarded during a match for dominant positions such as back control or mount. I guess you're mounting someone. Obviously, people that don't know the terminology, you're on the person's chest in that area. You're mounting the person. However, points don't affect the outcome of the match. Some positions that may earn points include guard, passing the guard, 3 points, mount, 4 points, back mount, points, knee on belly, 2 points. So knee riding, 2 points. But the points don't necessarily win you the round because you still got to submit the person. Obviously, that's the whole point. Rounds, if the score is tied after 2 rounds, competitors may move to the back seats for a 4-minute round. So I guess you start off in the front seat, then you move on to the back seat, just like your prom date, right? If there are no submissions during this round, the competitor with the most points wins. If the match is still tied after the 3rd round, sudden death may be used to determine a winner. Oh man, you can't make this shit up, man. Oh man, this is amazing. Crazy. Okay, yeah, Car Jitsu, baby. If you, again, Notorious B.I.G. said it best, if you don't know, now you know. Things I never thought I'd see in my time as a martial artist.
Very confused.
And yes, they're commentators. People are, he's in the car, he's in the front seat, moving to the back. Don't let him get his back. He's got the seatbelt on. He's got not quite. Now he's got the headlock. Oh, he moved the seat back. He got out. He got out. Oh, he's got his leg in the car. Will he go for the ankle lock? Will he go for the ankle? Oh, he might have the ankle lock. Oh man. Shout out to the commentators on this.
Oh shit!
I wonder what the audition process was like for becoming a commentator for Car Jitsu or a commentator for pillow fighting. It's like, it's literally just like, you know, you're auditioning for it. He's quick on that pillow. He's you're on that pillow faster than usual tonight, Tom. Yeah, guy, he sure is. Car Jitsu was like, yeah, he's almost got the submission. Back seat. This could be it. This could be it. Got her by the nose. This might be it.
Okay, let's not go here.
Okay, so got to give you a little bit of, as I wrap things up tonight, some background on this. Again, like I said, video is for sure coming, guys, because I cannot not do a commentary video about this. They broke the windshield. Great. And hopefully they're not using their own cars. Car Jitsu. All right. And now apparently, again, this thing started off in Russia in 2020 and has now become a little bit of a phenomenon out here, has moved to the US. So you got people in the US obviously participating in the sport now. Submission. Oh, there you go. Put your arm out on the seal of your or on the partition of your window from the outside and get an arm bar. Who would have thought? Now, one thing I will give this some legitimacy with Car Jitsu is that if you were to be attacked in your car, and that's not something that couldn't happen, that is something that does happen. You're basically, if you think about it, working a scenario where it really could be a shitty situation, and you're working to kind of get to a dominant position so you can either A, get out of the car and get some help, or B, just not get, hopefully not assaulted, raped, whatever, fill in the blank. So realistically, you're learning how to maneuver in a tight space to get the advantage on someone who may be trying to attack you. So I will give it that legitimacy. As a sport, though, I don't know. I'd rather just stick to regular jiu-jitsu where you can see shit going on. But listen, there's no shortage of no shortage of creativity these days. All right, I shouldn't even say creativity. It's like literally people will think of anything. And again, if you can monetize this thing and people are sitting up here and they're enjoying it, then hey, have at it, Hoss. I got to give it to you. Not my cup of tea, but look at this guy in the background. He's like, yeah, that's something right there, right? Got a guillotine choke in there. Yeah. So again, if you're a jiu-jitsu person and want to try this, I'm sure they've got you can go online and apply and I should say go and put your name in the hat so you can do a couple rounds. I don't even know what the prizes are like. You know, I'm sure there's money involved. Don't have as much wide coverage as for the pillow fighting. So Car Jitsu's got to take its step up. But yeah, all right. So that literally is my tonight. What is this? Pillow fighting championships, Car Jitsu, you name it. I'm as stunned as probably a lot of you are watching this. If you're watching it even after the live, you let me know in the comments what your thoughts are about this. But as usual, give me your questions, your thoughts, anything that comes to mind, topics you'd like me to cover for future weeks. And usually martial arts news, I'm gonna keep it real tonight. I just felt like keeping it light. We go over legitimate martial art news. But yeah, when I saw this stuff, I at least had to ask or just put it out there, because to me, there's some stuff that's just beyond asinine. And pillow fighting, yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Terrible. Trash. Come on. What are you doing? Come on, son. Pillow fighting as a sport, really? All right. Hate on me if you want. I don't care. That's my I don't get it of the night. Anyway, guys, wrapping things up tonight. You guys have a heck of a weekend, hell of a weekend. Do your thing. Let me know what you're getting into. Hopefully you guys, whatever it is, stay safe. All right. Next week, we're going to be back for another live, same time, same channel. Seems like it's working out this 8:30 time. A lot easier for me to actually make it on time and make this a consistent thing. And I thank you all, as usual, for the support. Kung Fu Chronicle fam, you guys are the best. And of course, spread the word. Let people know. Get it out there to as many platforms as you can. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, I'm only pretty much on Instagram the majority of the time. Sometimes Facebook, but the majority of the time my Instagram. So Kung Fu Chronicles, at Kung Fu Chronicles, you'll see it down here. Those are all my social handles. Or email me, kungfuchronicles@gmail.com. Direct email with any questions or suggestions, things you'd like to see me cover in future episodes. All right. Thanks again, guys, for checking in. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe, like down below, and all that.
Don't just stand there, like and subscribe.
Yeah, do that for me.
Don't just stand there, like and subscribe.
All right, guys. Yeah. So thanks again for making this a great live. Thanks for tapping in. You guys stay safe. See you all in the next round. And as usual, keep punching. Talk to you next week.